It's Saturday morning. I just got home from getting, this is a breakfast from Hardee's. Comes with a biscuit, there's some gravy there for it, a scrambled egg, some, hash brownie things and bacon. This is probably the first time this year I've ever gone there for breakfast, because I'm not a big morning person. So I rarely get out to any place that has breakfast going. If I do, it's a McDonald's, and it's usually an Egg McMuffin. So this morning I woke up, originally I woke up at 4 to make sure Dad got up for his fishing trip. Got up with him, make sure he had everything. Got him out the door at like 4:45. And then I'm like, I'm going back to bed. And so he just called me as I was driving home, because I just got home from Hardee's. And they're having a good time out there. There's 5 veterans on his boat. He caught a giant salmon, I guess. It took 45 minutes to reel it in. He said, it's a big one. I'm like, oh, that's good. He goes, maybe I'll win a prize. Because I guess they do who caught the biggest fish and all that stuff. They've caught that salmon. He had to let some people help reel, because it was just tiring. He said 3 or 4 of us kept reeling and reeling. It took forever to get that salmon in. So that means we'll have salmon to cook. Yay. And they've caught 4 Lakers, which are lake trout. They still have another hour of fishing, and then they'll start heading in to line up to do the boat parade. So he's having a good time. So yeah. I also heard from my cousin Jana. Hi, Jana. Her son Peyton, the one that we went to the graduation party for, he just got back from doing his testing and physical and stuff for entering the Navy. And he will be going to boot camp on November 5th. I told Dad that on the phone too. If I remember correctly, she said he's going to go into aviation mechanics. An aviation mechanic. So once he gets through boot camp, he'll do some schooling, and then he'll get where he's going to be stationed. So that's cool too. And what else is happening? Hopefully I'll talk to Nikki today. Yesterday was the funeral for her brother, so she went and met all the people she hadn't met before. And so curious to see how that all went. When I was at the fair, a friend of mine came up and said, hey, she goes, have you talked to Christy? My friend Christy, her mom died, a few months ago. I talked about it in the vlog. And her dad was by himself, and she said, I heard Kenny fell. That's her dad. So when I got home from the fair Thursday night, I sent her a Facebook message going, hey, thinking about you, are you okay? And she's like, not really, it's kind of a mess. Her dad fell. He never broke anything, which is really good. But I guess he damaged his arm, and he wasn't eating well, because his wife did everything for him. Chris did everything. So he wasn't really taking care of himself that well. So he's in rehab, and insurance will pay for 20 days, and he's been in rehab 2 weeks. So her and her sister went to Florida to figure things out, because in another week they'll release him, and they were trying to figure out some in-home care or something to at least come a couple times a week to make sure he's keeping up on his medicines and eating, because he was really getting really bad at eating. So he's been eating well at the rehab and slowly healing. And so she'll be heading back from Florida today or tomorrow, because I think she has to be back to work on Monday. So that's a bummer. And then I filled her in on what was going on with Nikki and how she found her brother. And I sent her the picture. She goes, my goodness, they do look alike. I'm like, don't they? It's crazy. I can't share it with y'all, but they look a lot alike. I still have one more fair video to put up. Oh, back to the humper. I gave him the regular camera to take pictures, but last night we were testing it. He shakes so bad that everything's blurry. I said, well, have somebody take pictures for you of you and your fish when you catch them, or, when you get but I gave him the flip cam. The one I showed you the other day. It's not in HD or anything. It's just the old flip cam, and he's been recording video, I guess. So he's like, in the video, the one guy, he's a cursor, so be prepared. I'm like, well, you guys probably all have your moments. And the one guy brought moonshine on the boat, peach moonshine. Dad said, you'd like it. It's really good. He made it. It's really good. So get ready for a flip cam video at some point. I'm hoping after he took all this footage that I plug it into my computer, it works right. I'd be mad if it won't. But we'll see what happens. But now I'm going to turn on the TV, eat my breakfast, it's getting cold, and chill. I'll be back a little later. I just turned on my third part of my fare, the last part, so you'll have seen that before you ever see this. Yesterday, the Homeowners Association had a golf outing, which we're part of that association, and we sponsored a couple holes, and they put pictures online, and one of them, they had propped the door open of one of our toilets, and they must have put something in the thing so it didn't go all the way to the bottom, because I saw white around the edge, so I think they put a bag or something in the actual toilet seat, but they were trying to chip golf balls up and into the toilet, and up and into the toilet. Oh, the things guys think to do, I swear. And then also, yesterday, unbeknownst to me, two of our employees, well, Steven, the one who's been with us the longest, his girlfriend started working for us this year also, Amber. She will be off now for a while because she's having surgery, and she'll be at a 6 or 8 week recovery, and by then it'll be slow time, so she might not be back till next season, but they had planned on getting married today. They were just going to go to the courthouse, do it real fast, no big deal. They still didn't have a big deal one, but my cousin Ronnie got ordained last year to marry some friends of his who wanted him to marry them. And so I guess the girls, the other two at the shop, there's a little arbor there. They put some flowers on and set it up outside the shop. So after work yesterday, Ronnie married them at the shop. Just the employees that were left there, just a handful of people. They were in their work clothes, their pride shirts, and he married them. Oops, sorry. So that's kind of funny. I saw some pictures online today, and I commented, I said, if I would have known, I would have been there. She goes, it was very spontaneous. We did not really plan that to happen, but that's just how it happened. And then she invited me to a party they're having tomorrow at a park at a town north of here. I said, I'll see what's going on, but she gave me the address and time and stuff, so so it's very cool. I think that's the second wedding that's happened out at our property. At our toilet property. So yeah, fun stuff. Well, excuse me. That's a breakfast burp. My breakfast was pretty decent for $3 and some odd cents. But right now it's noon. So my dad and all the other boats, I know they're lining up in Lake Michigan right now, and they're going to do a parade into St. Joe. I would have liked to have seen it, but I have nobody to help me get my chair in and out of my van, so we'll see what he films and what pictures he gets. Last year some people filmed, so I might get to see it from the perspective of a participant. But who knows? I'm hoping somebody does film it so I can see. So last year people took a bunch of pictures of all the boats coming in, so I'm sure there will be stuff posted on the Facebook page. But that's just happening, like getting ready to start right now. But now I'm in the middle of watching America's Got Talent. I just watched Fear the Walking Dead. I don't have a whole lot on the DVR. Dad has a crap ton right now. He has been recording all kinds of stuff. But, alright. Just had to stop back by again. Maybe I'll be back. Told you I'd be back, and I'm in the same spot. I've been sitting here chatting with Nikki on Facebook Messenger. I said, "So how did it go yesterday meeting everyone?" And she said it was really cool. There was a lot of picture boards and stuff, so she saw pictures of her mother and a lot of them, and they favored each other a lot. And when she met John, who was her mom's husband after, years after Nikki was born, she said she sat with him and his wife and her Aunt Becky, and they're eating, and John kept staring at her, and he was just amazed how much Nikki looked like her mom. When he first met her, he just kept saying, "It's amazing. It's amazing." And I guess Becky told her, which would be Nikki's aunt, Ashley's sister, that once they saw a picture of Nikki, they knew that because she looked just like her mom. She looked just like her mom. So, and she looked like her brother Jason. And then she met Jason's son Justin, who Nikki's like, it's crazy because he looks just like his dad without a beard. Because Jason had a big old beard, but Justin the son, she said he looks just like his dad, which means he must favor Nikki too, because Nikki looked a lot like Justin's dad. And Nikki told him, when things settle down and your life gets a little more, settled, that she would really like to get together and chat with him and get to know him and hear about his dad. And he said he would like that too. So Nikki has a nephew that she hopefully will get to know. So it's just, I asked her, I said, what was it like being in a room full of people that were biologically related to you? Because she's just never had that. Nikki was adopted, only child. It was just, she said it was interesting. Everybody was very nice, and Becky took her around and introduced her to people. She was hearing names that she had put on the family tree, and so she's starting to match faces with names and getting to know people. And they're going to have a cousins dinner coming up, and she's going to go to that. So it's cool that she has found the one side of her family and is getting to know them. I mean, yesterday was a crappy way of getting to know some of them, funerals. But it's cool. So, but now I'm going to stop talking because she's writing me back and I have to go see what else she's saying. But I thought you guys would like that little update about Nikki and her biological side, her mother's side. So, yeah.